Right, back again, another video. This time we're going to fit a side window into the van. This was done quite a while ago, but we'll go through it in some detail and show you what we did. So I was lucky enough to have a friend with a decent air compressor, so I picked up an air nibbler to do this. You can use a reciprocating saw if you've got access to one of those, or a simple jigsaw with a good metal blade has been quite effective. I helped a friend recently do his with that technique because we couldn't get to the air compressor. So you'll see what I do is mask off the van. I use some lining paper to protect the paintwork, and then I start nibbling bits of metal away. Obviously, if there's two people again, you could do it all in one go rather than taking those small pieces out. So yeah, sit back, enjoy. It's quite a long video. Feel free to skip any bits that you don't find of interest.
Behind the smile, there's always been a grimace. Lives below his limit in his office disguise. Looking out, the parting of the curtain, he's feeling quite uncertain about how he's received. Who'd have thought you'd be here, stood in front of your feet? Here's your chance to appear, no turning back. Now's the time to decide, do you wrong, will you hide? No more invisible man. Oh, let's get lower. Oh, time is over. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Move it, keep it up, step a little bit closer to the edge. Prove it, make a look, and make your mind step by step. Lose it, crank it up, shake that floor right out here, out here, out here, out here, out here. Move it, keep it up, step a little bit closer to the edge. Prove it, make a look, and make your mind step by step. Lose it, crank it up, shake that floor right out here, out here, out here. Years ago, everybody told him they always try to hold him back from wasting his time. It's all eyes, the world and every nation, legend and creation to do it again. Who'd have thought you'd be here, stood in front of your feet? Here's your chance to appear, no turning back. Now's your time to decide, do you wrong, will you hide? No more invisible man. Oh, let's get lower. Oh, time is over. What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? What you waiting for? Move it, keep it up, step a little bit closer to the edge. Prove it, make a look, and make your mind step by step. Lose it, crank it up, shake that floor right out here, out here, out here, out here, out here. Move it, keep it up, step a little bit closer to the edge. Prove it, make a look, and make your mind step by step. Lose it, crank it up, shake that floor right out here, out here, out here. Move it, keep it up, step a little bit closer to the edge. Prove it, make a look, and make your mind step by step. Lose it, crank it up, shake that floor right out here, out here, out here, out here, out here. Move it, keep it up, step a little bit closer to the edge. Prove it, make a look, and make your mind step by step. Lose it, crank it up, shake that floor right out.
There we go. That's the whole cut now. So there's a couple of phases to this really. Cut the hole, prime and paint all the surfaces, and then bond the window in. I did this over 2 days. I cut the hole at my friend's house and put a layer of paint on, and then I brought it home and left it in the garage overnight. And the next day I put another couple of coats of zinc primer and some paint on there, and then I bonded the window in after fitting the trim piece. So we'll just go through quickly painting it up, and then we'll see the window going in.
Lift up the lids of your eyes, this view is amazing. Hey, everything changing. Side inside staring at the screen. Communications on his knees. Head down is gonna pay the rent. Same as yesterday. Tight tethered, banging a drum. Cinderella is chewing a gum. Alice drinking, unable to grow. Future days, I'll take what I know. Summertime, everybody on the front line. Everybody.
So this is the window. I have had this out already. Get it out now. There we go, so that'll just offer up there. Should be perfect. So obviously what we've done so far is cut the hole out, primed everything, and I've just put a clear coat on it because that primer's hydroscopic. So we'll let that set up now. I'll do another coat of the clear coat, and then we'll start to get this window installed.
Everybody needs a free ride. This is me, not giving it up this time. Sunlight. Everybody's on free high. In the summertime, here I am, not giving it up this time. Let's sail away, you and me at sea, towards a secret hiding place. Cast away the dreams, white sands next made for fishing. Closed eyes, I feel like I'm sinking out of far away. You sound far away and I'm living my life.
So the hole's cut now and all primed and lacquered, so I've just got to put this trim back on where we had to tease it back to cut out the reinforcing strut. So I'll do that now, let the primer set up, put the rubber trim around the edge. I'm not sure at the minute whether I'm going to have to remove some of this foam that's between these two panels in order to close the gap to allow that trim to go on, but we'll see where we get to with that. So yeah, we'll do this next.
Everybody on the front line. Summertime. Everybody on the front line. Summertime. Everybody on the front line. Everybody needs a free ride. This is me, not giving it up this time. Sunlight. Everybody's on free high. In the summertime, here I am, not giving it up this time. So delicate this pale blue dye. We must protect what we have got. Expect some dust just blowing out in the wind. Shooting stars rain down to shine. So bright the light can't sleep tonight. We travel so far, baby, don't you forget. Tears like ghosts, they fade away. A tethered heart that can't escape. This rum, it don't do much for me. A buckle, a buckle, a buckle, a buckle. Standing here, it's plain to see. Another star has been set free. This rum, it don't do much for me. A buckle, a buckle, a buckle, a buckle. All this, does it really exist? Have you landed on it? For what it's worth, we're all connected. You don't miss a thing. Riding on the stars, seeing things for what it is. We're all connected. Hurricanes won't tear us down. Cannons planted in the ground. A paradise the revolution has tamed. Havana, love of Hemingway. Open up your heart today. The system works, the people now decide. Sit down and look out to the sea. Miles apart, but you're here with me. This rum, it don't do much, you see.
So that's it, ready now to prime. So it's a case of cleaning it with some alcohol, priming it with a special primer, and then applying the bonding adhesive.
Open up your heart today. The
so windows in there now. Didn't get that much footage of that. I got a bit stressed out by it. Everything became a bit time precious, so I just cracked on and did it. So this is it on the inside. My only criticism here would be you can see where I've got too much primer onto the glass. Just in there. You can just see there's too much primer, so hopefully I'll find something to clean that off. I'm sure that will come off the glass. If anybody knows how to get that off, just let me know, thanks.
Right, well that's it, that's the window in. So I'd say that was done quite a while ago now. We've had a lot of trips away in the van and some torrential rain and quite a few storms. There's been no signs of any leaks at all. The worst it's got is the felt that seals the sliding window gets soaked in heavy rain, so you get some moisture penetrating through from that. But it's not leaking or anything, it's just a dampness there. But that's just the design of that window. So I guess things to note, things I might change in the future was I'd definitely look for a better window. That window was very good value. It was something like £150 plus the fitting kit. I would have rather spent a bit more, maybe £250, and try and find someone that makes a higher quality product. The glass at the back isn't quite matching the curve of the van, so there's like 2-3 millimeters at the back of the window that protrude out of the line of the van. It's not a big problem, no one will notice it, but it annoys me. The construction of the sliding section is perfectly adequate for the money, and I'm sure it'll last a long time, but when you look closely at it, it's just not that well made. I'd be interested to see if anybody makes a better one. I'd be willing to spend more money for one that was better quality. Again, cutting the holes, I'd pre-cut the corners with the hole saws and get those to exactly the right radius. I've got a little bit of trim that's dropped off the top left-hand corner that needs gluing back into place. I don't think that would have happened if I'd had the hole saws. And also, when it comes to the trim they sent me only just fitted. I helped a friend with windows on a T5 the other week, and he had a much bigger, much broader and much deeper piece of trim that I think is much better. Same supplier, just sent different trim, probably because it's a different van, but on the custom it would have been better with that trim as well. So yeah, happy the window's fitted. It has changed the lightness on the inside. So an interesting thing to note is I've only fitted the window on one side. Part of the reason for that was because I want as much insulation in the van as possible, because we want to use it over winter and throughout all sorts of climatic conditions. So we wanted to reduce the amount of glass, because that's obviously cold. I was keen to fit a window because it's a requirement for the DVLA to re-register as a camper, but they seem to be refusing to re-register any vans as camper vans at the minute, so that might have been a waste of time. But it is beneficial with that. We've got a travelling seat in the rear. It's beneficial to have the window there, and also, you know, if you're cooking or something, being able to open the side door and open that side window on the opposite side is great for cross ventilation. We have used it for extra ventilation a few times at night. So I am pleased it's been fitted. Obviously, the reasons I fitted it originally are now null and void, it seems. But yeah, it's been a fun experience. One of the scariest things I've done in the van, but fine in the end. So that's all I've got this time. There's been very little progress other than that on the van. We've just been out enjoying it and using it. Learned quite a few things. There's probably a little video update I'll do of what I'd do differently in the future. Little things that I've learned that do work and don't quite work for our purposes. But if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like, and if you've got any comments, drop them down below, and hopefully I'll have some more content soon.